Opening in theaters. Wait, where's the? Sorry, I gotta get set here, folks. Still not on a lot of coffee at this moment. But opening in theaters today is Pray for the Devil. It is the story of a school that teaches priests how to perform exorcisms because there is an epidemic of possessed people being possessed all across the world. And what happens is a young woman, her name is Sister Anne, is talented, and a priest kind of recognizes that Sister Anne, played by Jacqueline Byers, is talented in this arena. And she ends up working with a child who is possessed in scenes that are to be expected. Really just like good like jump scares, good like creepy stuff with, kids climbing walls and doing demonic weird stuff. But she has a talent, which she comes to find out is this is the same demon that possessed her mother. And the drama spirals from there. The story's fairly thin. Pretty much everything that I just described is the story. And what you'll see is then her confronting this demon to deal with the ghosts from her past. I will say I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a decent horror film, not great, not on Barbarian level, but it was fun. It's also, thankfully, it's short. It's not super long. I'm going to say, let me double check here. It's 90 minutes, and it's solid. It's solid. The thing is, these movies don't. I feel bad admitting this. I'm not super religious, and so I feel like a lot of like what would be considered scary for some people doesn't really work on me. Even though movies like The Omen and The Exorcist scared the hell out of me as a kid, now I see something like this and it just doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't have the same effect as it did when I was younger. But I quite enjoyed it. The jump scares are good, and there's some really good you've seen some of this stuff before, but I like the tone. I like the way it was done. But it was also one of those things where I felt like this would have been perfectly fine just being a streaming movie. But with, there's not a lot in theaters, until Black Panther comes out. I mean, you could go see Black Adam again. But until Wakanda Forever comes out, it's slim pickings at the theater right now. But this is new in theaters. Hey, it's Halloween. Why not check out Pray for the Devil? So a mild recommendation from me for Pray for the Devil. I will say that the thing that really made it work was the tone. It takes itself very seriously, and I think for a movie like this to work, it needs to be taken seriously, and then also the good amount of jump scares. So those are my thoughts on Pray for the Devil. Alan,
so what's the? I've not seen it, but what's the? Is it low budget, indie, mid budget? Where
it's low budget. I would say it's a low budget,
like a $3 million movie.
Yeah, like maybe a little higher than that, but it's on the low budget side. I don't know if it's necessarily indie. I don't know, what was the company that put this out. It doesn't say where I'm looking, but look, it was perfectly fine and entertaining film, and like I say, a mild recommendation, just mainly because of the scares. It's Lionsgate put it out, but it's the scares are good. They're good scares. It's 90 minutes, doesn't overstay its welcome. It's also a new thing, women are in the church are not supposed, they're not supposed to be trained in the arts of exorcism. So there's that angle, but it doesn't do the super like women power. It doesn't do that. So it's not cringe where you think it could be cringe. It isn't. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on that movie.